Hi beautiful friends, welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be talking about two things: how to take up space and how to properly receive and integrate an activation. There are a number of activations that are available now. I even have one. It's the Divine Mother Voice activation, right? That's perfect. I didn't even think of that before starting this video. We're going to use that as an example. And there are so many other creators and teachers who have created similar things, right? Activate your highest potential or whatever it is. There's a conversation around space that is going to be really helpful for you to be able to step in to receiving activations in the biggest way possible, and to have that sort of shift experience that you really want. That's why we look up those activations. We're ready to feel something really shift within us. You have to have a relationship with taking up space for that to really be able to follow through. Now, in my private community, the Womanhood, I have a full teaching on this, on space. I think we go about an hour talking about the magic of really understanding how space works. What is this? What is physical space? And getting very metaphysical about that, because I believe it's very empowering when you can understand the mechanics of space and time. It makes being here a lot easier, and that information has been very much withheld from us. So we talk about space specifically in the Womanhood group, but what I want to say for today's video, when you are wanting to receive an activation and fully receive it, and that's your intention. The intention is, I really am ready to make this kind of change in my life. I would like a turbo boost, and I would like to have this activation. It's sort of like in the video game when Mario, becomes bigger Mario, and there's that moment where he grows, you expand, right? Activations can be very, very helpful to shift you so quickly into that new state of consciousness that the way that you were operating before, you can see it really clearly, because really, really fast you just went from there to here, and you're able to reflect and say oh, I've had a change in belief, or I've had a breakthrough, right? That's really what activations are about. It's about assisting you to really, just go at it once and hard to be able to break through that wall, instead of standing there pounding your head against it for who knows how long. When you understand how to take up your own space, you can then receive that activation a lot more clearly, and you'll be able to discern within that person's activation. You'll just be a lot more clear on their stuff and your stuff, and it's not going to get all enmeshed. You have to want that activation. No one else is going to do that for you. Part of the agenda is to just place this idea that there's always someone who's going to take care of it for you. There's always, an expert who can kind of guide the process along, and as long as you completely, hand over all of your choice to that person, they're going to take great care of you. Don't even worry about it. You're in good hands. And so much of that is in our culture. This idea of taking up sovereign space and creating sovereign territory is really important. The activations that you want to experience are not going to be as potent if you're expecting this other person's transmission to do it for you. They should be in a place where they're guiding you to open up to yourself within your own sovereign territory. Do you feel the difference there than maybe something else that maybe you've experienced, maybe you haven't, but I have? by being in your own sovereign territory, by claiming that space, which again we go into in depth in the womanhood, that by doing that, that's what's going to get you all the way there with activating yourself or having a breakthrough. Being able to do these two things of taking up space and evolve, right? Have the breakthrough, activate ourselves into that next phase of life. And we realize it's actually very self-led. We're the ones doing that. It's not someone outside of us doing it for us. It's not even, beings in other realms. They are there to support, but they aren't there to do it for you. They're there, to help guide you along, but it's your middle path to walk. Taking up space, right? And receiving activations or like allowing yourself to actually walk through an activation. These two things I think are so important to embody in front of our families, and especially in front of our children, because I know I have mothers who are watching, that when you feel yourself needing to take up space, to be able to show your children how that's done. And then same with an activation or initiating a breakthrough in your life. I think it's really important to do that as much as we can in front of our families. It's so valuable for children to see that process unfold and to see one way of doing it. So I hope that's a helpful video. I would love to go deeper with you in the womanhood in my private community with some of these topics, because these are very deep topics when we're talking about space, making breakthroughs. There's so much more that we can talk about here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in tomorrow's video.